for the final. This is going to be an intriguing final.
So now the winners Keirin the final for places 1 through to 6.
Voilà la finale maintenant pour les places de 1 à 6. Médaille d'or, médaille d'argent, médaille de bronze pour les 3 premiers.
Introducing the riders for the medal.
6 riders then taking to the start. Lissandra Guerra at the top of the track there in the red with the blue shorts, a bronze medalist in 2013. Alongside her, Lin Junghong, the bronze medalist in the sprint in the 2014 championships. Alongside her, Stephanie Morton of Australia, the Commonwealth Games champion. Monique Sullivan alongside Anna Mears. A bit of history could be made now. Twice a world champion. And Shanna Braspaniks, who's been the bronze medalist in the National Keirin Championships of the Netherlands. The gold medal at stake now in the women's Keirin contest. 6 riders on the track.
Et voilà 6 concurrentes qui ont les mêmes ambitions au moment du départ.
8 laps of the track. The bike on the front peels off with 2.5 laps to go. A lovely camera shot there of Shanna Braspaniks of the Netherlands. Anna Mears moving up. A problem here, I think. I don't know. For Braspaniks, she was pointing at something. Stephanie Morton is the rider who is in front with the camera on the bike. Anna Mears sitting. Oops, a problem. Yeah, Shanna Braspaniks was kind of pointing that there was a problem. I wonder whether Stephanie Morton has a flat tyre. Yep, puncture for Stephanie Morton, as you can see, back wheel puncture. Oops, don't let her fall over. We talked about tyres a couple of days ago, about the high pressure that are in them. And with the temperature in here as well, possible to either, sometimes you get just a little splinter off the track, rarely, but that can happen, or just the pressure means they just blow at some point. Here's Shanna, she just pointed there was a problem, and then there was a puncture for Stephanie Morton. The race will be restarted and will be underway. So there's some discussions going on here. I'm not entirely sure what the outcome is.
In the first half lap, there's no such thing as a mechanical in a Keirin. After the first half lap. So I'm saying, after the first half lap, there is no such thing. After the first half lap. The first half lap is the winning time. So I'm sorry.
Well, it looks here like they're not going to give Stephanie Morton a ride in the final. So She's going into the centre of the track now. And normally you would expect a restart, but generally you're allowed a restart in half a lap of racing. I'm surprised that she's not been allowed the restart. Stephanie Morton not allowed to start because of the puncture. Normally, you're allowed a restart in a Keirin.
So 5 riders lined up for the restart. And there's Australia wanting silver.
So for a mechanical problem, the rules of racing are being invoked here properly, and that is you don't get a restart. So Australia now, having looked like they could get 2 medals, are now putting all their chances on Anna Mears. So Stephanie Morton out of the race with a puncture. And the race restart down to 5 riders. Desperate disappointment for the Australian Commonwealth Games sprint champion. So there's been a few decisions in this Keirin so far. Brezhneva in the second round was relegated for riding on the blue band during the race. Which meant that Lysandra Guerra went through. And now we have 5 riders left with a puncture of Stephanie Morton. So here we are then. This is Shanna Braspanix on the front, Anna Mears, Monique Sullivan of Canada, the rider from China, Lin Junghong, and Lysandra Guerra at the back in the red and blue, the bronze medalist in 2013. This is for the gold medal in the women's Keirin. So intrigue all the way through this competition. And Lin Junghong, the bronze medalist in the sprint in 2014 in the World Championships, looking pretty composed. Anna Mears, can she win an historic title here on this Paris track? She's never been to Paris before until now, and maybe she can go home with a gold medal she's been seeking all the way through the week. Anna Mears, such a fierce competitor, looking around. She looks good at the moment, sitting in there, leaving a little bit of a gap. She's going to use all her experience, all her expertise. Monique Sullivan, who's just had her birthday, sitting there in the 3rd place. Lin Junghong, the bike has gone now. It's all going to come down to the sprint into the finish line as Shanna Braspanix goes, but Anna Mears starts her attack. Mears now hits the front very, very early. She's going to use her explosive power to try and win this one for Australia. Monique Sullivan moving up. Anna Mears is holding them back. There's the camera to give you the nice shot. Right in there. Oh, it's so tight. Anna Mears on the front. Lysandra Guerra trying to challenge her on the outside. Mears is giving this full throttle. Anna Mears is going away. Shanna Braspanix there. Anna Mears is going to win this one. Anna Mears is the world champion of the Keirin. She finally gets the form she's been seeking. What a win by the Australian legend. Anna Mears is the world champion on the track. She led it out and no one was able to come past her. It's high fives all round. She takes the title. What a scintillating turn of speed from Anna Mears. Here she goes. Look at this. She's got all the riders lined up behind her, all of them trying to challenge, and none of them had the leg speed and the power of the Australian rider to go past. Look at that, hugging the black line for all she was worth, going the closest and fastest way to the finishing line. Anna Mears, with a bike length between her and the rest of the field. The only rider to get anywhere close was Braspanix, who closed up just a little bit. Here's the camera, Monique Sullivan looking round to see where Lin Jung-hong was. Mears was absolutely motoring. This is the camera on her bike. Shanna Braspanix right in on the wheel. Lysandra Guerra trying to challenge. Mears has closed out Braspanix all the way through. Lysandra Guerra trying to go on the outside, but Mears still holding them off. She just moves over a little bit. Braspanix looking for a gap. Lysandra Guerra unable to get there. Braspanix then starts to make her move, but it's too late because the Australian legend of cycling has taken another world title. Lysandra Guerra takes the bronze medal. She's very, very happy with that. Lysandra Guerra always challenging a bronze medal 2 years ago, a bronze medal again today. And Shanna Braspanix, her first medal. Stephanie Morton gives Anna Mears a big hug.